because this is the, we call it, this is what is called as the fixed cost. We are together. So that's why when you divide everything by x, you're going to find that this is going to be over x because it's not going to have x on top. So if you put it minus that one, which is still okay, I get the point. So if it's minus that, then you take minus x times this one. It's going to give you what? Nil. Don't know whether you're getting that point. If you get the reciprocal of this and then you put it like this one, because how? Remember, this is multiplication, whereby you multiply this one plus this. When you multiply this one by this is going to be raised to -1. This is going to be raised to 1. They're together. So when you take this one plus this one, it's going to give you 0. They're together there. Now, after that, they want us to compute for what? The total profit function. So remember, for us to get the profit function, that's going to be, this is the sign of profit, will be equals to the TR minus TC. That's the total revenue. We subtract what? Total cost. So what's our total revenue? The total revenue is going to be 60 minus 60x minus what? 15x squared minus, then you open the bracket. We open the bracket. We are together. When you open the bracket, now we go to the total cost, which is this one. So, which is that one is going to be 24x minus 3x squared plus x cubed plus 15. We close. When you open the bracket, then because the outside sign is a negative, then it must change the sign inside the bracket. Here together. So that's going to be 6x minus 15x squared minus 24x plus, because of this is a negative, 3x cubed minus x squared minus x cubed minus what? 15. So we collect the like terms.
60.
Yes?
60.
What is 60? Sorry. So we collect the like terms. Remember, this is a negative, this is a positive, and this is x, and this is x. We are together. So this one and this is going to give us what? 30, 36, x. Because how? This is square, this is square. What do we do? This is a negative, this is a positive. So it's going to be minus what? 12x squared. And then minus x cubed. Minus what? 15. That's the profit function. Together? Then the next one, they want us to compute for what? Unit of product what? Sorry, not that one, sorry. They wanted to get what? To calculate for what? Maximum profit. For us to get the maximum profit, the first step we are going to compute for the number of units produced. We are together. So for us to maximizing profit, you are going to say that the profit over dx will give us what? 0. So, and that's going to be equals to the profit over dx will be equals to, we differentiate this. This is going to give us what? 36. We are together. 2 times this one, 20x. 3 times this, minus 3x. Raised to what? 2. Will give us what? 0. We have the quadratic equations to solve. So we can use any method to solve this one. We have how many methods to solve the quadratic equation? How many methods? Elimination. Huh? Grammar. Quadratic equation, we have how many methods? We have two methods. Factorization method and factorization method and what? Graphical method. So we have three, not two. We have factorization method, formula method, and graphical method. So which method do you think we are supposed to use? Do you use the factorization method? We can simplify this one first. This is the same as 3 goes here how many times? 12. They're together? Minus 3 goes here how many times? 8x minus 3 goes here how many times? X squared equals what? 0. So we are going to look for the number. When we multiply, it's going to give us 12 x squared. First, let's take this one times this. It's going to give us what? This times this. So the product here will be equals to 12x squared, but it's a negative. You're together? It's a negative. So we look at two numbers. When we multiply, it's going to give us this one. When we add, it's going to give us negative 8. Negative 6, negative 2. Because how? Are you going to get a negative here? So that's why I'm saying there's something wrong somewhere. Is this one a negative? This one a negative? Check that formula. It's a positive. Okay. Okay. It's a positive. Then when we change that. Okay, check this one. Check this one. Positive. How about this? Okay, let's check if this is a sign to the crosshair. When you open the bracket, it's going to give us negative. This one. No. Open the bracket will be equal. This one. It's this sign. The sign for this one is this. And this one, positive. Senior. This one is a negative. And this is a negative. Senior. Let's look at the value. This is 60x, and 24 to give us positive. Which is 36. Senior. This is negative, and this is negative to give us negative. Senior. Negative 12x squared, which is okay. Okay, this is negative 8. Okay, so now what's that?
You can't differentiate it again.
That one is just going to help us to know whether to maximize it. But okay, we can differentiate. When we differentiate, let's differentiate the second time by saying d x squared over, so dy d profit squared over d x squared will be equals to, this one is going to be minus 8 here together. And this is going to give us what? Minus 2x equals to what? Equals to what? Equals to what? Okay, and what we are going to do, just from there. Then after that, what we are going to do, we have the, let's interchange that one. Let's start with x, when it's going to be minus x squared, because how? Minus 8x plus 12 equals what? 0, because how? We divide everything by minus, we have x squared plus this one, 8x minus 12 equals what? 0. We are together. So after that, now still, when you take this one by this, it's going to be minus, but we need this one now to be a positive. Hizo sign zinataka vizuri, sign ndio iko na shida. May 20, 17. Let me check this sign. same. Silisema iko is 60 minus 15x. Hii ingine is 24 minus 3x plus x squared plus 15x. It's like that. Now, kuna mistake hapo. Let's just check that mistake. Come up now. If it's not there, we are going to use the formula method. So we are going to use formula method by saying you are going to calculate for what? X. X equals minus b plus or minus b squared minus 4ac. We divide by what? 2a. That's the formula method. So our b here is what? 8. So that's going to be minus 8 plus or minus the square root. This is 864. We are together. Minus, this is 4 times a is what? 1. And c minus, we divide by what? 2 times what? 1. They're together. So this and this is going to be positive. They're together. So this 64 minus, sorry, this is 12. 64 plus this and this thing up. 4 times 12. 48 plus 64. And 12. So that's going to be minus 8 plus or minus square root of 1 and 12. Divide by what? 2. Get square root of this. $10.58. So that's going to be minus 8 plus or minus 10.58 divided by what? 2. So x will be equals to this is 2 point. This is 2 point. 2.58 divided by what? 2. X equals what? 1.29. That's the number of u. Because the second one is going to give you a negative. Because now, so this is the one you are going to use. That's 1.29. Because now, so after getting that particular value, then we get the maximum what? Maximum profit. The profit here, the profit function is this one. You're together? So we use this one for us to get the maximum profit. So we are going to say that 3, 6 times 1.29 minus 12 times 1.29 squared minus 1.29 cubed plus minus 50. So you are going to get the profit, maximum profit. Okay. One point
9.3.
9.32 million. That is Kenya shillings. 9.32 million. Question there? Any question? What's up? What's up? Now, I want us to continue with the integration, and then we do a number of examples again. Let's look at the integration. Okay, before you go to integration, I want us to just write this one. Sometimes the question is a bit manufacturer has developed a new design for solar. Manufacturer has developed a new design for solar. For solar collection, panel marketing. Solar collection, panels, marketing studies. I have indicated that the annual demand, sorry, it is marketing collection. Okay, it's a bit, it's not even panel, I think it's the, okay, just continue. It indicated that the annual demand of
the panels will depend on the price change. The demand function of the panel is Q equals to
Q equals to,
that's the demand function. Q equals to 100,000 minus 200p. Where Q is the number of units demanded each year. And the P is the price in shillings. Price in shillings. Engineering studies indicate that the total cost of producing a panel, engineering studies indicate that the total cost of producing a panel is estimated well by the function. So you say C will be equal to
150,000
plus
100
plus 100 Q plus 100 Q plus 0.003 Q square.
plus 0.003 Q squared.
Required. Formulate the profit function. Formulate the profit function. And B, determine the quantity that will maximize profit. Determine the quantity that will maximize profit. And then C, what is the maximum profit?
What is the maximum profit? Now, what we are going to do in this case, we have the data. So already we have the total cost, which is this one. If this is the total cost, and you are given the demand, if this is the demand, so we can get the total revenue by saying the total revenue will be equal to the demand times the quantity. So this is the quantity, demand times okay, before we do that, this is the demand. So we want to get the price. They're together. So how do we get the price per unit? So we just say this is going to be Q equals to 100,000 minus 200 P. So in this case, we say that's going to be minus 200 P will be equals to 100 minus 100 because it's going to cross the sign. They're together. It's going to be 100. It's crossing the sign. Let's just start with this one. Q minus 100. So this one is positive. Now this is going to be a negative. So the next thing, we divide this one by what? Minus 200. Divide this one by minus 200. You are together? So that's going to be P equals to Q minus 100 because divide by, okay, we can divide by what? minus what? 200. So we can remove this sign. We can remove this side. So when you remove this side by saying P will be equal to minus Q plus 100 divided by what? 200. Now this is the price per unit. So after getting the price per unit, so we get the total revenue by saying TR will be equal to Q multiplied by what? The price. And that's going to be price is this one. So it's Q into bracket minus Q squared plus 100 what? Divide by what? 200. So let's open the bracket. TR will be equal to what? This times this minus Q squared plus 100 Q. Divide by what? 200. Yes.
Q. Yes, Q. Positive.
We multiply this one by then we get the profit. Profit will be equal to TR minus TC. TR is this one. That's going to be minus Q squared plus 100 Q divided by 200 minus, you open the bracket. This is going to be 150 plus 100 Q plus 0.003 Q. Now that's going to give us what? We open the bracket. When you open the bracket, we remain with minus Q squared plus 100 Q over 200 minus 150 minus 100 Q minus 0.003 what? Q. Now we have to remove this particular. For us to remove this one, what do we do? We multiply everything by 2. So that's going to give us what? Minus Q squared plus 100 Q here. Minus, if you multiply, it's going to give us what? 30 million minus 20,000 Q minus 6. Is it 6? 0.6. 0.6 Q squared. We collect the like terms. We collect
Q squared.
huh?
Q.
Q. Okay. We collect the like terms. So that's going to be this one, and this. It's going to give us this one minus this 80. This is 30 million. This is what? 100 million. 100,000. 30 million.
So the 20.
Huh?
Okay,
Oh, we are not using this, we are using this one. It's going to give us 80, and then this one. So that's going to minus q squared. Minus, is it minus? Minus
Plus
plus
30 million.
30.
No.
No, I need that q.
79,999.
79,999.4 minus what?
Okay.
30 million. That's the profit function. So this is q. Now, now they want us to get the number of units, so we differentiate the profit. So when you're differentiating the profit, you're going to say that D profit over D Q will be equal to what? This is the profit. You're together. So you multiply, it's going to give us 2 minus 2 Q plus what? 7,999,999.4 because equals to what? 0. So minus 2Q will be equals to minus 7,999,9. Is it coming? You got it? Like that. 0.4. Then divide this one by minus 2, divide this one by minus what? 2. So Q equals what?
49,
49, 39, 39,
999,
999.7. So that is the number of units to produce. You're together. So if you want to get now the profit, remember we have the profit function, which is this one. We just say the total profit will be equals to minus 399.7 squared plus 799.4 times 399.7 minus 30 what? Million. Which one? Minus?
minus 39. I think more positive.
This minus. Okay, we have to go to integration. Ngapi? Hmm?
1,
1,
5, 6, 9,
5, 6, 9,
9, 7, 6.
976.
Those.
Thousands. Yeah, 3 zeros.
Yes.
Okay. Now let's continue with our integration, which is the inverse of differentiation. Integration is just an inverse of differentiation. So in this case, we just say it has two interpretation. It has two interpretation, that is integration. It has two interpretation. Has two interpretation. One is a procedure which is, it is a procedure which is inverse of differentiation. Differentiation, inverse of differentiation, i.e. indefinite integration. Two, it is a mean of obtaining the area under a curve. It is a mean of obtaining the area under a curve, i.e. definite integration. Definite integration. It is a means of obtaining the area under curve, i.e. definite integration. So we are going to start by looking at, we are going just to look at the indefinite integration. So you write indefinite integration. So you continue by saying, it involves finding the antiderivative. It involves finding the antiderivative of a function. Antiderivative of a function. Antiderivative of a function. If we know its derivative. If we know its derivative. So in case you know the derivative, then you can find out the antiderivative, which means we are going to find out the total cost or total revenue. That is what we call the antiderivative. So you continue. If we know its derivative, the key quantity is what function when differential, results or yield this derivative. Now, if given, just if given dy over dx equals to f into x. That is the derivative. So you can then you can find y. You can find y as a function of x. Y as a function of x i.e., that is, just write that one. Sorry, y function. That's write it like that. So let's start by the constant of integration. So you write constant of integration. So remember when we talk about the differentiation, we talked about the constant of derivative equals to what? 0. We are together. So now we are going to look at the constant of integration. So we continue by this. When you integrate a function, when you integrate a function, there is a constant of integration. There is a constant of integration denoted by C or K. Denoted by C or K. So you write NB. You write NB. For variable cost function, function, so the function for variable cost function, K will be equals to 0. K will be equals to 0. That's the first one. The second one, for total cost function, for total cost function, K will be equals to fixed cost. Fixed cost. For total cost function, K will be equals to fixed cost. Number 3, for revenue function, K will be equals to 0. K will be equals to 0. So those are what you must put into your mind, that when you're trying to get the integration, then this particular constant will be 0 in case you are dealing with the variable cost. When you deal with the total cost, then it must be equal to the fixed cost. When you deal with the revenue, it's going to be equal to 0. So you continue. The symbols of integration is this one. So we are going to use these particular symbols to stand for integration. That symbols to stand for integration. Let's continue. Let's start with the rules of integration. When we look at the rules of integration, let's look at the rules of integration. So we have the rules which you must understand, but now we can start by the integral of a constant K. Let's start with the first one. The integral of a constant K. So you can, if you have dy, if you have dy over dx equals to K, if you have dy over dx equals to K. So that is the value given. So you can continue. Then the integral of K, in respect to x, is, so you just write this one, dx. Just write it like that. Is that dx, which is the same as, So remember, we are talking about, we want to get the constant. So we have a constant which is going to be c. So it's dx plus what? C. So this is the constant, or let's just use a. This is the constant which we are talking about. So that is going to be the constant which we are talking about, where k is the constant, where k is the constant. So let's just look at this example. Integrate the following. Integrate the following. Integrate the following. dy over dx will be equals to 4. dy over dx will be equals to 4. Now, when you are going to integrate this one, then you are going to say that, because we say the symbol is this one. So we write here 4. You write like that. You write 4. Then you close with a bracket. dx. You close with a bracket, then you write here dx. And that's going to be equals to. That's going to be equals to 4. Let's write it like that. You close with the x, now we want to get the answer. Because that's going to be 4. Now, remember, there was a value which was multiplied for us to get that 4. So we add another value here. Then we take 1 minus, I get to the point? 1 plus. It was, sorry, we add x, go together. Then when we subtracted that one, it was giving us what? 0. Because now it's going to be 4, then we divide by. Because remember, there was 0 here. We add 1, then we divide by 0 plus what? 1. Here together. That's going to give us what? That's going to give us what? This time, this plus this? 1. So it's going to give us 4x. Then plus c or k constant.
This is 1 0.
You add 0 plus 1. The reason why we are adding 0 plus 1 is because this is, I think this value. We have this particular, this has already been differentiated. So we have to integrate, which means there was a certain value here, they are known, which we must include it now. That's why we are including what? X. Because how? Then we include x. Remember, the time when you are differentiating, we subtract 1, it was 1, minus 1 to give us 0. So the balance here was 0. Because how? So that's why we are adding x raised to 0. Then you add 1. Then if you take this plus this, then you must divide this one by this. Because how? Another question? So just continue by saying y will be equal to 4x plus what? C. Now let's continue. If dy over dx, if dy over dx equals to a x raised to n. Just write like that. Then, when you are differentiating, if you are doing that one, bracket a x raised to n dx plus, sorry, so that is when you put it like this one, then remember you are going to add the factors. So you continue by saying then will be y will be equals to what? If you are writing that one, so y will be equals to what? Remember we have this one. What do we do? A x raised to n equals now plus what? Plus 1 equals now. Then we divide by what? N plus 1. Then plus what? C, which is the constant. So you can integrate the following. Integrate the following. dy over dx equals to 4x squared. So what are you going to do? You say that that's going to be the same as 4x raised to 2 because our d what? dx. And that's the same as that's going to be the same as y equals to 4x 2 plus 1. Divide by what? 2 plus 1 plus what? C. It's going to give us what? That is 4 raised to divide by 3 plus what? C. Okay, differentiate this one. dy over dx equals to -4 over -4 over x. Differentiate that. Situation. Hiyo nimeandika. Hiyo ndio una differentiate. The left, we come to the left hand, the correct answer. let's okay, assume umemaliza. Nataka kumaliza kwanza tuione kama yours is correct. Na kitu najua enda kwa the amepata vizuri. Wacha amalize. I don't know whether you are right. X sounds better to define. What is the question? This one. So you are given what's known as dy over dx equals what? -4 over x. So this is the same as -4 x raised to -3. They're together. Then after that, this is going to be into bracket -4 x raised to what? 3 dx. They're together. Then, which is the same as it's going to be? This is going to be -4 x raised to minus plus what? They're together? Plus 1. Then we divide by -3 plus what? 1. So, plus C. So this one and this is going to give us what? 2. So that's going to be -4. This and this?
-2.
Minus -2. So negative, if this -2 and this -4, we remain with what? 2. Because how? X is going to be -2 plus what? C. Which you can also, if you like, you can also say this is negative, so you can also say it's 2 and x raised to 2 plus what? That is so it's going to be our y. Are we together? Now, let's look at the application. We look at the application, business application of integration. One, revenue analysis. Revenue analysis. And then 2, cost analysis. And then the third one, profit analysis. Profit analysis. Now we can just look at the example here, just right, and then we go to the first paper. A firm finds that the major revenue is given. A firm finds that the major revenue is given by the expression MR equals to 20 plus 2Q minus 2Q. 20 minus 2Q. While the marginal cost equals to 4Q minus 10. 4Q minus 10. Its fixed costs are 30 shillings. Q is the quantity of output produced and sold. Q is the quantity of output produced and sold. Required total revenue. B, total cost. And C, profit function. They're together, and then we continue. Another one, profit maximizing in A above. So just at B, sorry, number 3, number C, D, profit maximization. Price per unit, and then the maximum profit. The next one, they want you to compute for the average total cost. Average total cost at profit maximization output. Then the next one, they want you to compute for the break-even output. Break-even output. Now, let's start by get the total revenue. Remember, we are given the total, we are given the marginal revenue, which is going to be 20 minus 2 what? Minus 2Q. So when you want to get the total revenue, you're going to say that the total revenue will be equals to, remember, this is the DX, marginal revenue is the change in total revenue over change in what? Quantity. So we integrate this one. When you integrate this one, it's going to be bracket 20 minus 2Q, then dx. You're together? So we are going to integrate that. So that's going to give us what? Which is the same as what? 20 plus our x raised to what? 0 plus 1, this one. Plus our over 1 plus x 0 plus 1 minus, this is 2 q 1 plus 1 plus our over 1 plus 1. Then plus what? C. What's out? Or K. So that's going to give us what? 20, not Q, sorry, these are X. It's going to give us 20 what? 20, we are using Q, this Q, 20 Q minus 2 minus Q squared. Now, for the constant of total revenue equals to what? 0. So it's going to be plus what? 0. You have to get that. So that's now we have the total what? Total revenue. Now let's go to total cost. You see, total cost will be equals to 4Q minus 10 dx. That's going to be the total what? Total cost. And that's going to be what equals to 4Q 1 plus 1 divided by 1 plus 1 minus, this is 10, you're together. X raised to 0, you're together. Sorry, Q raised to 0 plus 1 over 0 plus 1 plus what? C. So this is going to give us 2, you're together. Q squared, what's up? Minus what? 10 Q, you're together. Plus, what's our fixed cost? 30. Because total cost, the fixed cost is going, the constant will be the fixed cost. They will get together there. The constant will be the fixed cost, and the fixed cost is given to be what? 30. Now that is the total cost. Now the next one, they want to get the profit function. You're going now to find out what's our profit function. So the profit function will be equals to TR minus T what? TC. And our TR is what? This one. So that's going to be 20 Q minus Q squared. Just leave this 0 because 0. So minus into bracket 2Q squared minus what? 10Q plus 30. So we open the bracket, that's going to be 20 Q minus Q squared minus, that's going to be 2Q squared plus 10Q minus 30. So we collect the like terms, this and this to give us what? This and this, 3 minus, and this and this. That's going to be 30 Q minus 3Q squared minus what? 30. That's the profit function. Here together. So after that, then we want to find out the next one. They want for you to get the profit maximizing. So what is the profit maximization? Sorry, I think this question is profit maximization here above. Sorry, the price profit maximization. Maximize the maximum profit. Now let's just get the number of quantity to produce. So we are going to get there. Now we can get the number of profit produced by now differentiating the profit. Today we have the profit. So what we do, we just say that profit D profit over D quantity will be equals to what? 30 minus 6Q equals to what? 0. So we have 30 minus 6Q equals to what? Minus 6Q equals to minus what? 30. So we divide this one by minus 6 minus 6. Q is equal to 5. So that's the number of units for us to maximizing what? Profit. So after doing that, now we can find out the maximum profit by just coming here to sum. So we say that profit will be equals to 30 times 5 minus 3 times 5 squared minus what? 30. Here together. So this is how much? 150. This is 25 times 3. 75. So 75 minus 30. So what's up? So this one minus this, profit is going to be how much? 45. 45. That's going to be our profit. Now, the next, they want you to find out the price per unit. Instead, they want us to get what's known as the average revenue. Here together. The price is the average revenue. So how do you get average revenue? The average revenue will be equal to the total revenue divided by what? The quantity. So what is our total revenue? The total revenue is going to be this one, which is going to be equal to what? 20 Q minus Q squared divided by what? Q. It's going to give us what? That's going to give us this 20 minus Q. 20 minus Q. Here to go south. Now, for you to get the price, so the price will be equal to 20 minus what? 5. And that's going to give us what? 15. So the price per unit is 15. Now, for us to get the average cost, we come here. This is our cost here together. So we come here by saying average cost will be equals to total cost over quantity. And that's going to be 2Q squared minus 10Q plus what? 30 divided by what? Q. Then what we do, what do you get? That's going to give us what? 2Q, what's up? Minus 10 plus 30Q. That is the average cost. Sijui kama tuko sawa hapo. Are you together? Now, they want you to find out the break-even point.
Now, the break-even point is that point where the farm will neither make profit nor loss. It's going to be where the profit will be equal to zero. You're together. So we must get the break-even point. We have different methods which we can use, but I'm going to use the only one whereby we are going to say that at break-even point, profit will be equal to zero. Profit will be equal to zero. Therefore, we come, where's our profit? The profit is this one. You're together? So we say that 30q minus 3q squared minus 30 will give us what? Zero. That's at the break-even point. It will give us zero. So what do we do? Now, we can divide this one by 3 to give us what? 10q minus q squared minus 10 to give us what? 0. So this is, let's rearrange this one by starting with this. So that's going to be minus q squared plus 10q minus 10 equals what? 0. Now we can divide everything by this minus here together. So this is going to give us q squared minus what? 10q, and this is going to be plus 10 equals what? 0. Now, we can use the factorization in our case here. We take this times this. It's going to give us what? Q squared. 10q squared. Yeah. Do you have any number when you multiply it's going to give us? No. So let's just use the formula method by saying q will be equal to 10, because it's a minus, so it's going to change to positive, plus or minus into bracket. This squared is going to be 100. Yeah. Minus 4 times 1 times 10. Divide by what? 2 times what? Is it 2 times? 2 times 1, sorry. 2 times 1. So this is 40, so yeah. 100 minus 40? 60. So q will be equal to 10 plus or minus the square root of what? 60 over 2. The square root of 6 is ngapi?
7.7.
So q will be equal to 10 plus or minus 7.75. Divide by what? 2. So q will be equal to 17. 8.875 or 1.125. Now, let's assume, let's take that one. 30 times 1.125 in bracket. 3370. 0.75. Negative 3 times, okay, 1.125 squared, you got it? Then you multiply 3.8. So 33.75 minus 3.38. Which means there was rounding off somewhere, isn't there? So if you subtract, it's almost zero. When you take this one, let's try with this one. So 30 times 8.875. 266.25. Okay. Square this one again, then you multiply by 3. So you take this one minus that. 266.25 minus that. Yes. Any question there? So I think the calculus is over. We are going to do three example, and there's another question we are going to do for us to derive the quadratic equation. After that, we continue with the next. Kuna swali hapo? Calculus, unaona kama unaweza fanya? Unaweza fanya? Ukipewa? Wisipotea, wisikosea? Unaweza fanya? I know sipatikani hapa sana, but ikipatikana unaweza mimisa swali. Hiyo tutakujibu sawa. Haya. Asante.
Basi na mambo mnakuja kutenda. Yes, ya bien sûr, on peut dans la minute. Ni kwa sababu ya sijamisi.